Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium for the call. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles, doing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
Looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On the defensive side, here are the starters for Tennessee. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating, how many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Well, the jet sweep, this is Godwin. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Now Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Darnold on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in 2018, the guy from Clemson in his 3rd year, Deshaun Watson.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on, the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they hand off to Coleman, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
From his linebacker spot, he's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 10, under 10, 10. You go turn. 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They are going for it. His man, that's Hardman. Touchdown, Titans. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 18. A touchdown as well.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, you know, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A first down throw, Darnold. Paul bringing it in. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when you're...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, 3rd down here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's see what you got. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Slam, slam, slam. Time to go.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He couldn't hook up with a moonlaw that time.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Titans. Kevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Darnold completes it, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Anugla's got it, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Roquan Smith. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run it with Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last. Incomplete. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On first down, Watson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
We got this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Darnold's throw caught here by Enunwa. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Darnold. Got an open man, it's Enunwa. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds McCoy. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing again is Darnold. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. On short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3. Cycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3, or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Throwing again is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team once more. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot. Maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime. All right, let's go. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big...
And a big one across here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Partner, sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the #2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're #2. Let's go ahead and shoot.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 31, Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Coleman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Watson being chased out left. He'll run it, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Watson. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Staying open. Staying open. Right there. 54.
To throw again. Watson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, Darnold. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold, and the catch made by Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety, but he won the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
In your face.
Alert!
Check 3, check 3.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Watson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watson. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert!
Back to throw, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Here we go, here we go.
Watson throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Past the 20. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, it's complete to Jerron Brown. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Titans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Hey, 24.
On 4th down, Watson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Mike 54. I got one.
Now it's Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, Watson is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
59 Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Or after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Clean. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
And there's another
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Allen Bailey just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Exit. Kill. Watch safety. Safety's creeping.
A A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. They're all through now, by the way, in the Meadowlands. And it's the Giants that wound up winning that one. Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Down to a here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Texans, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.